There's a fast exam. This is your right upper quadrant. You can see here the liver, but you don't really see much of Morrison's pouch. I think there's a combination of two issues here. First is I think you're too anterior. The reason why I think that's because you don't really see much of the kidney. You see it here briefly, but because you don't see it for the most part, I think the probe is too anterior. The other thing is that you're too superficial with your depth. You can see the diaphragm briefly there, and I bet the ribs are down here. So by increasing the depth and probably moving the probe more towards the bed, I think we've had better clips. But the right upper quadrant to me is limited. This is the third of 3 bladder reviews, and this is the best one you have. The reason why is because you're showing me that you're moving the probe with the indicator to the patient's right. You're moving the probe towards the head, towards the feet. But I need to see the entire 3D structure. So you got to continue to move from the top to the bottom. And then after this, you need to turn it 90 degrees and then go left to right with the indicator to the patient's head, which would be the long axis. This is another view that you have, and again, it's you're moving the probe in the plane of the indicator. So with the indicator to the patient's right-hand side, you're rocking the probe left and right, which you don't want to do. You actually want to move towards the head and towards the feet when you're in this orientation. So the main take-home points with the right upper quadrant here, I would have increased your depth a little bit, and I also would have moved the probe a little bit more towards the bed. And finally, when you're doing the bladder, I need to see both long and short axis. And instead of rocking the probe in the orientation of the indicator, so with the indicator to the patient's right, moving the probe left and right, you actually want to move up towards the head and down towards the feet. And then when you turn it 90 degrees with the indicator to the patient's head, that's when you move the probe to the right and to the left. So I hope this video helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for saving.